Hello, welcome back to Silver Thread Sewing. I'm Diane. This is Friday Sews. So as always, thank you for stopping by my channel. I wanted to show you a little bit about what I've been sewing, and I've been sorting through some patterns and just looking for things for inspiration, I guess. But before I start showing y'all that, I want to first say thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for starting the hashtag Friday Sews and for allowing all of us to join in. It's a great way to find YouTubers that share your same interest of sewing. So I had finished up the Love Notions Tidal dress. And I wound up making it. Most of the people who had a preference preferred the darker pink to be on the side portion and the lighter pink to be in the middle, and I'll put some pictures of me wearing it in, hopefully. But this pattern is really unique, at least in my experience. The back has a back seam, so a center back seam, and then the back portion wraps around and creates this princess line down the side. So I've wanted to do it in this fabric for a long time because I thought it would be very striking. Now I used white serger thread, so that does show, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. It's this fabric, I thought it was like a ponte knit, is that how you say that? But I'm kind of thinking it may be a scuba knit because it's very hefty. It's got stretch, but it's springy and almost rubbery. But I put elastic at the bottom of the sleeves just to kind of corral those in a little bit, and I didn't make it tight because I don't like anything tight on my arms. So I have made this. I've not worn it yet. I wanted to show it to you guys first. So I think I showed you all this striped fabric, and I've got this t-shirt almost finished, and it's the Newlook 6216. And I'm really happy with the stripes and the way it's turning out. I tried really hard. I don't know if you can see that like that. I tried really hard to get all my matching stripes. I didn't do terribly, but I also didn't do perfectly. But it doesn't bother me. I'm not that particular anyway, so it doesn't bother me. But the only thing I like on this one is hemming it. Hemming the sleeves and putting the neckband on, which I have here, but very happy with it. Oh, and I'm wearing, in case you're interested, I'm wearing the Love Notions chorus top that I made in this brick red. It's a cotton rayon mix fabric. I don't know, spandex maybe, I don't know, but it is stretchy, but it drapes really well, and it's turned out to be one of my favorite chorus tops that I've made. So I had someone I had mentioned when I made the t-shirts last time, and I had made the Newlook 6216, that I had just pinched out some of the fullness in the neckline so it wouldn't be so wide on me. I guess I am narrow in my shoulders as well as my forward posture problem. Try saying that 3 times fast. So I guess that probably contributes to the fact that I'm more narrow in my shoulder and chest area. So anyway, most things are too big around the neck. So I had pinched out a ½ inch. I pinched up a ½ inch on each side, but that made 1 inch on each side because when you fold your pattern piece, you have half on one side and half on the other of the fold. So I have seen Carol from Sew Carol do that adjustment on hers as well, and she does it a little bit differently, and I'm sure hers is the better way. So if I can find her video, I will link to it below. But I just took a real quick little brief video of how I pinch that out, and I just do it when I'm putting my pattern pieces on the fabric, and then just cut it out. And so I had someone ask how I removed the fullness from the neck of the Newlook 6216 t-shirt pattern. So when I take an inch out, I guess I'm doing it the lazy way or the cheap way, or it works for me, but I'm not telling you it's the right way to do it. So I would just pinch up about ½ an inch on each side when I'm cutting out my fabric, and then I would pin it right there. and then just kind of fold that to nothing so that you don't take out any fullness anywhere but the neckline. And then I would just pin that down and just smooth the neckline out as I cut it out. But I just pinch it out, and that way the pattern, if I ever wanted to make it for somebody else, it's still intact. But I've not had any problem doing it that way, and it does take out that fullness. That's how I did it on this Newlook pattern. So I have a lot of patterns. I have a lot of big 4, big 5. I don't have as many Vogue patterns. And the Know Me patterns, I don't think I have any of those. I just don't buy that many anymore because I've got 2 drawers full of patterns, plus all my independent patterns that I really enjoy making. So I have been looking through some of my patterns just kind of for, I still want to make more tops. I've got jeans, I've got my Largo cargos, I've got some other pants that that I've made just elastic waist that my sewing buddy Joan drafted for me. So I've got several pants and pants patterns, but I want to get better at fitting them, at fitting pants and all that. So I've pulled out patterns for tops and pants, and I also love the look of a t-shirt with some type of cardigan or long sleeve top over it. I've been looking a lot on Pinterest and finding a lot of inspiration there. And then I find a lot of inspiration from my own patterns. So I thought you might like to have a little quick look through the patterns that I've pulled out. Don't know which of these I'll make or in what order, but I do want to make them all. I want to make everything, and I want to make it all today. Everything. So, you know that ain't going to happen. But I'll show you some of the patterns that I have pulled out for inspiration. So I used to, when I was young, I loved a jumpsuit. And I had, at one time, a red knit jumpsuit. And it had elastic at the waist. And I would come home from work, especially in the wintertime, and it would be cold. And I would put that little knit jumpsuit on, and I wore it all the time. Well, I outgrew it, or it wore out, or I just thought I didn't need it anymore, I guess, and donated it or something. I don't remember what happened to it. But I've always wanted to make a jumpsuit. I'm not 100% sure that it's practical. The only thing I don't like about it is when you have to go to the bathroom, you have to basically take your clothes off. But I have found this pattern in my stash, and so it's a 2019 pattern, and it's Simplicity 8907. And I just love View A, the long jumpsuit that the model is wearing. I just think it is so pretty, and it's kind of blouson, or I don't know what you say, but it's kind of loose and kind of blouses out over the waistline, and I like that. I think that might camouflage problem areas, but I really like that pattern. I also want to make I wear a lot of button-up shirts, just t-shirt and a button-up shirt with jeans or pants or whatever. They're comfortable, and I work around the house in them and just wear them for every day. And I have Newlook 6724, and I had gotten this pattern for 99 cents, I think, when Hobby Lobby was doing away with all their Newlook patterns. It has a man's version and a woman's version, but I don't know what the difference is really. But it's Newlook 6724, and I would love to make that. It has a yoke in the back and like just the little pleat. And I really like it. I've wanted to make it ever since I got it, but I've got a lot of cotton and a lot of plaid, even flannel, that I could use to make that, and I really like it. Now, this pattern is Newlook 6712, and again, I got this at the 99-cent sale from Hobby Lobby, but it's a top and pants. It's a blouse and pants, and I really like that. The pants don't have a waistband. They just, I guess, have a waistband facing. And I like the way that looks together. I have my hand over the model, but I really like that top. It's long enough and a little bit flowy around the hips, so I think it would flatter me well, or at least as much as anything does. I have this old Easy Stitch and Save pattern that I picked up at a thrift store years ago, and I like the short sleeve and the long sleeve. I probably would never make the sleeveless, but this is an old pattern. This is from 2004, so this pattern's 20 years old. But it's Stitch and Save McCall's 4417. And I just love the rounded hem. It's kind of like a baseball shirt, but it is for wovens. Challis, tissue, cotton, wash silk, chambray. So I really like the long sleeve ones and the short sleeve ones. And so I pull that one out. I had found, and it's in the laundry, it just came in a couple days ago, I found some red denim at Fabric Mart Fabrics, and they were having a sale. And I think it was $8 a yard, if I'm not mistaken. And I got 2.5 yards. And I know it sounds a little like it would be really bright, and it would, but I want to make a pair of overalls. I used to wear my overalls all the time. I had a denim pair, and they were always too big for me, but I wore them out. Still have them, but they don't look good. They're kind of worn out. But I had this pattern, and it is Simplicity 9590, and I would like to make version A in that red denim. Now, whether or not it would look clownish, I'm not sure, but that was what I'm thinking. And all I would need to get is the hardware for the straps. Although I've seen them, I used to have a pair that had, when I was a kid, that had a button. So it had a buttonhole and a button, and that way if I grew and they would still fit me, Mama would move the button a little bit and make the straps a little bit longer. So I wore those things for a really long time. Some other things that I've drug out just because I've got a piece of fleece that I thought would work for this. It has strawberries on it. So it's McCall's 9580, and I think a lot of people have probably made this, but it's just a poncho, and I love that. I love the way it looks. I think it would be easy just to throw on if it wasn't real cold, just to wear over a long sleeve turtleneck or something. And then I have a little jacket pattern that I've had for ages. And this is a 2017 pattern. And I just think it's so cute. It's a little quilted jacket. And I would like to make the short one down here with a hood. And I would probably take some fabric that I really love and try to quilt that. And I don't really find any that I really like that's pre-quilted. I haven't really looked in store. I've looked online. But I think that it would be really easy to take a piece of fabric and find a lining and just quilt it myself and then cut out the pieces. But I had dragged that one out. And again, on the lines of having an overshirt to wear over t-shirts, this is Simplicity 9239. And I like it a lot. It has a pleat in the back just like the other one. And it has some sleeve variations. But I like that one a whole lot. And I'll take pictures of these. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to show you a couple more. This is another Newlook pattern. I probably showed it to you before when I got them because it was a 99-cent pattern at Hobby Lobby. But this is for knits. And I really like the way the pants would look with this shorter cardigan. So these pants in maybe a solid and then a patterned knit for the shorter jacket, little top cardigan. So I really like that one too. So I've just been kind of looking for inspiration and looking for patterns. Now I have a piece of fabric. Let me see if I can find it. So I've got a piece of fabric that I don't think when I ordered it, I knew what I was doing. I don't think I realized that it was quite the fabric that it is. It's really pretty. And it's kind of shiny, and I'm not 100% sure what it is, but it's nice. And I'll show you the fabric, and then I'll show you what I was thinking of making with it. It's this beautiful, and it has a texture, but it's shiny, and it's not soft exactly, but it's smooth, all except for that little bit of texture running through it. And it's just such a vibrant color. I wish I don't have enough light, I don't think, to get you to see the sheen on it. Maybe if I held it back. Yeah, that's a little more true right there. It's about the color of this, to be honest. But I have, I think, 2 yards of this. And when I got it, I washed it and put it away, and I thought, I don't even know what I would make out of that I would ever wear. But it's just so pretty. I wish it would show up a little better. But I've got a pattern, and it's a simplicity pattern. And I think it would be perfect for this and make a skirt out of it. And this is Simplicity 9711. And I would make it probably at least knee length. So I think the model is wearing the shortest version, but I would probably make the middle version just because I think I would like it better. But I think it would look very similar to that fabric. It's got that sheen to it, and I think it would be really pretty to wear through Christmas and through December. She has it on with a really pretty white button-up shirt with a collar. But I don't know. I think I might even wear it with one of my white chorus, Love Notion chorus tops. I think it would be really pretty like that. Maybe tuck it in. But, yeah. So that's another thing that I would like to make. So anyway, that is just my ramblings. I'm still making shirts. I've still got some patterns over here that I want to get cut out and make as soon as I can. As always, I need tops. But I have made several, and I'm wearing them. I love them. I've made the chorus, and I've made the little t-shirts, and I'm wearing those things to death. So I'm happy with what I have got done, and hopefully I will make some more in the next week or two. So I'm going to move on from this into just a real brief little bit about life. I told you a while back, at Greg and my age, we go to more funerals now than we do birthday parties and weddings and all that. We've more moved into the funeral age. But we lost a dear, dear friend this past week. And we have only known he and his wife for about 4 years. While our parents were still with us, we started going to this one little restaurant to eat breakfast a couple of times a week, and we met this very sweet man, and then we were able to meet his wife, and we've just become, they're like family to us. They truly are, and so good to us. Well, the man, he had a massive heart attack last Tuesday and passed away. We had seen him on Monday, and he was telling me, that he was having some shoulder pain and some deep pain in his chest and in his back. And I encouraged him that could be his heart and to go to the doctor. And he said, I'm going to, don't you worry. And I hugged him before we left and told him I loved him and to be sure and go to the doctor. And he did go to the doctor, and they did an EKG, and it was normal. And they told him they thought it might be acid reflux or something. So sent him home, and on Tuesday he had mowed the yard and come in, and his wife said he said, I'm really tired. I'm going to go take a shower, and I'm going to sit down for a while. And he had a massive heart attack and was gone. Now, it was terrible for her because they've been married for 57 years. And so she's going to have a big adjustment. But it was hard for us too because we absolutely love him and her. So we went to his services and to the burial and all that. And her birthday was this past Friday. And so we went and asked her to go to breakfast with us. And we were able to do that. But she's brought me some things. He always would tell me that his wife found me a strawberry something. And after he passed away, she brought me a couple little items. And she said every time we'd go anywhere, he would look for strawberry stuff for you. So he was telling me she was finding it, but she said he actually had been looking for it too. So she had brought me a couple strawberry things. And so they're, needless to say, they're treasures, not only because they're strawberry, but because he gave them to us. So it's been that kind of a week or so, but everybody here is trying their best to get back to normal as much as they can. The weather has been miraculous. It has still been warm. It has been amazing. And we've had very little rain since the flood. We had a little bit night before last, but nothing heavy or flooding, just a normal rain. So that's been good. School has started back, and people are trying real hard to to get back to some kind of normal. And some people are, you know, they may still have some driveway damage, or they may still have some ongoing trees down or something like that. But those that are able to are trying to get back to a normal life, and others now it's kind of gone into the point of needing heavy equipment and large truckloads of gravel, stuff like that now, and building supplies. But there has been so many people, even from my friends here on YouTube, that have helped and have donated, have sent family, have come with family, have sent friends from their churches. We have had such an outpouring of donations, and the church has received quite a few donations of money to go toward the hurricane relief. And just so if you donated through that, I want you to know that more than $20,000 has been given toward the families that were the hardest hit so far. And there's still some donations coming in. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all these people. It's hard. You see it on the news, you see tragedy and you see devastation on TV, and you think, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And you pray for these people and you feel, but when you put legs on your prayers, when you put actions behind them, and you actually give, or you bring, or you do, in whatever way that is, it makes such a difference in people's lives. So I personally, even though I didn't have that much damage and haven't needed that much help, I thank you for all the people here who are so desperately damaged. Through all the tragedy and all the devastation, the goodness of God has been shown, and the generosity of people have been shown. And it's been absolutely amazing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And I will continue, because I try to do this at the end, because I know some people are not, you know, they don't want to hear that part, and that's fine. But I will try to keep not donating. I'll keep donating your information. I'll keep providing you a little update at the end of Friday Sows when I do them, so that you'll know what is happening here, because it's easy over time. You know, it's been 6 weeks, and there's places that you can't hardly even tell have been touched. Roads are still damaged. Even though school has started back, I'm worried when it starts getting cold in wintertime, you know, snow's going to cover up a lot of these holes, and trucks are going to have to be salting and scraping the roads, and I'm just really worried that we're going to have a lot of damage continue this winter. But it will be what it will be, and I can't fix that. So all I can do is all I can do, and I will continue to update you just briefly. But otherwise, we're okay. We're doing fine. Greg is out getting wood today, and Salem and I are here. And of course, she's mourning that he's gone, but he'll be back to walk her and take her out on the mountain later today, hopefully. So it's sunny, as you can see above me. It's a really pretty day, and all right, I've said enough. I'm going to shut up and quit taking up any more of your time. But thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting, and thank you for your encouragement. And always remember, if you love to sow, don't ever stop. You'll never have time or money to get into any trouble as long as you sow. Ask me how I know. See you guys. Thanks again.